Sagittarius, how you doing? The false claim, true or false? You got big Libra energies around you, Sagittarius, and is it true or is it false, or is there a false accusation or people being accused of things that they didn't do? So this is your not a tarot reading, Sagittarius, and then we do explain things towards the end. But this is for January 2021. How you doing, Sagittarius? So I feel like that someone is being falsely accused here, or there is an accusation that is being thrown around that it's either involving court or a marriage or a decision of separation. But I'm also picking up references that just happened in the Scorpio reading that I did a little while ago. And it's now kind of coming through here that someone could have Libra, Sagittarius, Scorpio placements of some sort, and it's an accusation of someone that could have, what came out through the Scorpio reading was someone being falsely accused of a sexual offence, but falsely accused. Now, take me out of it, right? It's not me, okay? Just listen to the messages, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus, because you're going to have people cross-watching saying yes, it's them, and yes, it's that person, and so on and so forth. But in the Scorpio reading, I felt very uncomfortable around where it's someone that is calling pretty much someone in that is very guarded and protected around their children, well within their right maybe, or very guarded and protected within themselves of a sex offender or a sex life. Okay, now what came out through the Scorpio reading, of whether you have references of these star placements in your chart, of what I picked up there was someone that is calling someone in and calling someone over to come and visit, say Z Twin Flame or something, of calling someone over to deny them the moment they get there. And this is an energy that seems to be going around sex, okay, where it was someone that is being falsely accused of a sex offence that they didn't commit, or falsely accused of a crime they didn't commit. Unless they did, I don't know. But this is why you have a lot of court references around here, and a lot of court appearances that could be coming up in January for you. I nearly said Cancer, so you could be dealing with a Cancerian, Sagittarius. So I'm picking up that someone is actually accusing somebody of loads of things that they've done, okay? And someone doesn't like the fact that they've done it, okay? So I definitely keep picking up the name Dun. That's been thrown around quite a while. You could be having something to do around a Pisces energy for a lot of you. Okay, but a load of accusations that are being thrown around. And I don't know if any of you are going to court, but I definitely feel that there's this energy of a caught out, like I caught you out. Again, it's something to do with around someone that you could be courting, and it could be caught meaning, look, I've just caught a fish. So it could be to do around Pisces, and someone accusing someone of like being sexually advanced, or like I'm making an advance of you and I'm giving you this signal that there's going to be sex when you get here. Or like, you know, if you come over here, you know, like a temptation of energy of someone that's luring someone in, of a bit like a catfish. So whether this is to do with a dog that would, or a cat, or a dog, or a cat that would have a catfish, that would be the name Kate or Caitlin or something like that, or a Leo. And it's like I'm coaching you and I'm baiting you, like debating and baiting you and baiting you and baiting you and baiting you and baiting. And there's this energy of like, okay, I'm luring you in and I've got you and I've just got all this stuff in my head and I'm literally just going to snag it and whip it away from you as you land. So you've kind of got this like, all I really want is for you to come over here and do something for me. Like you've got this energy that's really, I'm sorry, but like a really needing energy. Like I need your help, I need your support, I need you for this, I need you for that, and I need you here and I need you there. There is some sort of travelling company here also, or I just need you for a car, or I just need you for a lift. And that's all I seem to be doing, is just giving people lifts here, there, left, right and centre. You could be dealing with a Cancerian or a 7. And it's like or a travelling company, and all I seem to be doing is giving you lifts. And I pick you up and I drop you off, and I pick you up and I drop you off, and I pick you up and drop you off. You could be dealing with you could be dealing with a travelling company. If your name is Jan, be very careful also, because I start to write, but I normally go off script. But sorry, it's not really a script. It's just I put For everybody else's channeled stuff, I've started to write, say, Libra, January 2021, so on and so forth. For this one, I put Sag, Jan 2021, and I thought, oh, hold on a minute, that's probably a code. So Jan. So Jan, be very careful. There's some sort of like being investigated here is what I'm picking up, like someone being investigated for fraud. Because I'm definitely picking up that it's to do with an accountancy, or tax fraud, or tax accountancy, or keeping someone accountable for their actions. And it's like, I'm going to hold you accountable for everything that you've done and everything that you said. And I'm definitely picking up, though, that there is what was I saying? Sorry. Fraud, like someone being investigated. That's it, sorry. Investigated, because I'm hearing, you are under arrest. And it could be someone from Germany or something like that. Okay, but you're under arrest. And this came through in some of the other readings where it was having your rights, like someone having their... I've never been arrested, so I don't know what they say, but I've said it in two readings where it was you have the right, that's it, you have the right to remain silent. Anything that you say may be held against you in a court of law, so on and so forth. So there is something here where there is being an appeal that seems to be coming through in some of the other readings, where I'm having to put an appeal in and I'm having to put a complaint in for a company or for a person. And it's all to do with some of the other readings that have been selling out, cornering the market. Okay, and I'm going to corner you, and I'm going to make you feel very uncomfortable, and I'm going to sell out and make you feel that you can't say anything. Because it feels like that people are like, look, shh, I've told you this in confidence. Don't tell anybody else, will you? I'm not selling out, but I'm telling you, please don't tell them. If they ask, don't tell them. Okay, and then someone is feeling like, I am absolutely backed into a corner now, where like you've changed your mind that much. Or, I don't know. Sorry, I'm trying to relate this because it seems to be coming through in your Sun with Rising Venus tubular or cross watchers because I picked up a sexual offence, like someone's sexually offending people, but or like verbally addicted, verbally abusing, or someone is misusing, someone is probably drugs, alcohol, and is using here. Is using someone, so there's a substance here, abuse, but there's also I'm only using you, and as soon as I have what I want, I don't want you, I'm going to throw you away like a piece of trash, and I only need you for certain things, and that's it, that's all I need you for. It's a little bit like a welcoming gift of like you start a job or something and it's like, oh okay, well we don't need you. And this came up in the Libra reading, and it was I think because I'm really picking up big references of Libra, because it was straight away false identity, true or false equals Libra, right? So there is this energy of like, oh, okay, well you've been working for us for 7 years or something like that. Thanks very much. See you later. You're asking for too much money. We're not going to give you that. We would rather just get rid of you and throw you like a piece of trash out. Thanks for working for us for all these years. There you go. You've got no job anymore. We're going to take on someone else that's very fresh, very young. They're like 16, 17. Thanks very much. And it's a bit like jailbait or abusing one's rights for age, right? Because there's either physical abuse here, or there's abusing people's age, which is like elderly people and their pension scheme of where people are scamming people's pension scheme. Or it's kind of like, okay, I've got someone here that works for me that's older. Oh, okay, so, well, we don't want you anymore. Thanks very much, but you're too old. So, there you go. So, here's a box of chocolates. There's a box of roses. There you go, or the name Rose, right? But there's a box of roses. Thanks very much for all your time. Okay, what we want now is the 16, 17-year-old that's just left school, and we now want them because we can pay them a hell of a lot less than what we were paying you. So you might as well feel yourself lucky that we're paying you that, because we could quite easily just get rid of you and get someone fresh off the street and pay them a quarter of the amount than what what we're really supposed to be paying this person. And it's all coming to this conclusion of where I've been speaking about, spirits just normally get me to channel stories of the same in a different way, of where I was saying to people around learning on the job, and that you never learn anything unless you learn on the job, and you learn spiritually big time, just the same as what you do on a job, right? You learn on the job, you learn to become more efficient, and then later on you get promoted and so on and so forth, and then basically you teach someone else that comes on, and this is kind of like, okay, you've got this person and I want you to work with them and I want you to teach them. And these people are kind of like, well, if I've got to teach them, then surely that I should get more money. They say, oh no, we need you to do more work, but we're not going to pay you for the work that you're doing, the overtime that you're doing, and that things are not adding up and weighing up. And it came up last month for Libra, where it's like, well, things are not adding up, things are not working out. Like everybody's fell off sick, or everybody's fell off, or everybody just seems to have become wise to the fact that we're all getting ripped off, and the fact that we're all left. And now what we've done is left everybody else in the lurch at work, right? So thanks very much. So, all these people at work, you've got more hours if you want. If we've got an extra 10-hour shift if you want to do it. So you pull all this shift work and you take it all on. But then you realise at the end of the month that your tax bracket is either raised, and this is for a reading that I was talking about around these people that are so beneficial, they have more of a tax bracket than anybody else. So there's a lot of this weighing things up that don't weigh up around taxes and money, and even or a taxi company or a Cancerian, and where things just really don't weigh up, and it's like you owe me, I owe you, is a debt that needs to be paid, possible divorce, probable settlement, something that has to go to court as well, I feel, Sagittarius. But of this energy of where, okay, you work long hour shifts. Okay, because you've worked a long hour shift, we're going to pay you below the minimum wage, right? We'll pay you below the minimum wage, but you get to do all these extra shifts, and then at the end of the month, or the end of the week, because I actually give false stuff over when I was on my, sorry, not false info, just something I slipped up about money. But say that you get £190 a week, or something like that, right? Or £200 a week. We're going to keep you below the minimum wage, right? And then at the end of the month, when you've done loads more money, loads more hours, we're not going to reflect that in the hours that you've done. We can't pay you above the minimum wage because you're on a lowable income of, okay, I'm on, say, £12,000 a year. And this is exactly the same as Libra reading. You're on, say, £12,000 a year, right? So we can't pay you any more than that, but we want you to do loads more hours. So there's all the hours, and it feels like, oh man, I've got loads of hours, I'm going to have loads more money, and you have to work really hard for it. And then by the time at the end of the month comes, you're kind of like, well, this is really not weighing up in my wage packet. Like, it's not reflected of the things that I've done for you. They're not being shown to me in appreciation for the payment that you owe me for all the hours that I've done. And this company is either one, holding it from you, or two, they're kind of like, well, thanks very much. And then people are feeling intimidated and backed into a corner where they're like, well, I don't really want to ask the boss, or I don't want to cause conflict. Fuck, bruv, get straight in there and tell these people. But again, like, I don't want to cause conflict. I don't want to feel as if I'm going to be without a job if I say something. So it's coming across as a very intimidating company, or like it's not being reflected in what you're worth. Like, you're working a hell of a lot of hours, but you're not getting paid for it. Right? So it feels to me like it's a company that is out to grow and get bigger themselves, right? It's just like, well, we're just out for ourselves. We can have you work for us, great, but at the end of the day, we can only afford to pay you a small amount of money, and then we can just get rid of Joe Bloggs here and stick him in the corner and just say, oh, thanks very much. There's your chocolate watch or your paper out. Here's a Christmas cracker. Thanks for that. And then we'll get someone else that's like 15, 16 on the books, and then we'll pay them 20, 30 quid a day or something, or a month or a week, whatever. And we'll give you a very small amount. Thanks very much. And you're kind of like, well, this youngster's just took over my job. You've kind of got that energy. Well, that's what they're saying. Now, some of this is false accusations of where people are being accused of it. Like, and I think that someone's being like accusing someone, and they either have done it or they haven't. But I think that whatever it is a huge conspiracy of people actually physically hiding all of this stuff within their paperwork. Like, they've got this way of working it around, thinking, well, we'll just work this and wangle this out of where we take more money from them, and we'll probably give you like, we'll give you £5 bonus. Thanks very much for that. And we'll make it seem as if it's brilliant, but really it's not, because really we're making more. And man, I pick up like big references around your work, Sagittarius, if I'm honest. So you seem to have that. Some of this is false, like falsely accused, like making false accusations. I mean, I don't know, even tarot readers can come across as making a false accusation, so you don't have to believe me. You can either believe me or not. This is just what I hear spiritually. This is my job, right? So you can believe it or not. But there's something like true. Is it true or is it false? Is it true or is it false? Because I heard that you have the right to remain silent, and someone having their hands put behind their backs, right? It could be a Pisces, hopefully not me. I haven't done anything wrong. But like, put your hands behind your backs or something like that of like being strung up, like being strung, Stratton, or Stern. The name Stern or begins with S. Steve, Stern. Steve and Steve. Well, there's another Steve I know, so it's more than like me. I don't drive anymore. But something around like making false accusations or accusing or hiding stuff. Bruv, there is so many references of things. Man, I ain't saying shit. I ain't saying shit. Y'all just deal with yourselves. So I am no longer giving over my ex kind of. You could have Capricorn is what I'm picking up. It's something to do around a Capricorn. X marks the spot, Capricorn. Excuse me. So it's got big references of Capricorn here. You alright, Cappies? How's your karma sorting you out, bruv? You all alright? Don't worry, you're coming up next. But something like next, please, is kind of like, hey man, you can get next by large firm. It's kind of like, who's next? It's like, fuck you, new. It's like, right, who's next? So I don't know if this is a shop or something like that, of a shopkeeper or something like that, or a lockkeeper. But I'm picking up things being locked up, or someone being locked up. Like I keep picking up like a lot of locks and locks, like Goldilocks, or the Three Bears, or Pisces, and life path number 3, or a Pisces. But like Pisces would be 3 as well. So you kind of got a conspiracy theory around locks, things being locked out, things being locked up, people being locked up. People being locked up for an offence that they've done, okay? Or a fender bender, which is around an accident or a travel company or an accident or a claim of an accident. And then because of this accident, now it's made people very... I'll tell you what this seems to me. Like what do you call them? I don't know. You know when you get a company that, say, if you've done tax fraud... And then I'll say if you've been paid cash and things like this, like you've been paid cash and carry, or Cassie, casino, all that kind of thing. Sharon, Stone, casino. So basically, people that pay cash, they pay cash and they pay cash. Someone that eventually ends up getting investigated, right? That's the investigation. I feel it's because people have been paying cash, or they've been doing a lot of like cash and carry, a lot of buying and selling with cash, and now I feel there's a company here that's being investigated, okay, because of cash. One person gets caught. The DVLA or the I don't know. DVLA is travel, right? Not the DVLA. So it could be to do with the travel company. But what's that called when you're investigated by the tax fraud people? And say you've been doing all of this, and then it goes into a major company because they trace it back through, say, if you've been putting loads of cash into something, right? You've been putting loads of cash into a bank and things like that. And then say if one of these people here gets caught, they say, well, okay, where did you get all this cash from? Where did you get all this stuff from? And they're kind of like, oh, okay, I've done a job for someone and blah, blah, blah. And they say, well, didn't you pay tax on that? I say, well, no, because it was cash in hand. Okay. So what company was that then? Oh, so they've been working for that company. And they trace it all back, and they end up back at the company that has been paying people cash. So they pretty much then probably start putting these people under pressure, where it might be court appearances or being arrested or threatening someone with, threatening to say that they're being caught and stuff like that, or... Can you come to court and identify these people? All that kind of energies. And like, can you? Yeah. I feel like there's a few people here that are feeling the pressure that they don't want to drop people in, and this is the selling out and cornering the market. Also around Aries, Taurus kind of energy, where some of these messages can be like, I feel intimidated now. I really don't think that I can say anything because I've been asked to keep that quiet from the company that has asked me to keep it quiet. And I'm one of these people that may have had cash, or I may have been one of these people that worked for this company at one point. And now I'm having the people turn up at my door asking me, you know, did you ever work for this company? Did they ever do, or did they ever say anything, and blah, blah, blah. And then the old Bill putting all of these people under pressure to give them answers for the top dogs that they want, really. This is the dog, what's the computer game? Watch Dogs? So, it's also a TV program, Watchdog. So it's accusations and stuff like that of false things. Companies that are on Watchdog. Y'all watched Watchdog before? So something could end up on the TV on Watchdog. And these used to be people that used to say, okay, sweetheart, yeah, you're 90. Yeah, okay, yeah, we can fix all your guttering and we can do all your tarmacking and everything else. Yeah, that'll be 250 grand, please. And you're like, oh, really? That's going to be my pension. It's like, that's never mind, sweetheart. At least you're going to have a nice new, and we can fix all that for you, and we can do all of this and make it lovely. And then this company, they go in, and they're kind of like, okay, now we can take over this company, or we can, like, go into this person's house. Kushti, right, we'll do a real poor job of it, and then we'll just leave with none of the work finished, very shoddy crap job, and then we're off out. This is the this is Tarmackers or the McIntyres or the Jacksons, Jackson or Jackson I'm picking up, but the Tarmacs, Max, I'm picking up Maxine or a vaccine. Some of you might need a vaccination. I'm also picking up I think she'll be okay with it. My sister, she's fine, everybody, she's fine. She's a Sagittarius. She's been diagnosed with the COVID-19, bless her heart. But she's absolutely fine. She's had it for quite a while now. She's one of the best people, my sister. Do you know where she works? For the NHS, and she works for the elderly people. And she doesn't really need to work, bless her heart, but she goes in there and stayed strong for these elderly people while they all had coronavirus. And she stayed there and she's done 12-hour shifts. And now, bless her heart, she has caught the coronavirus. But she is okay, right? She's quarantined herself away from people and stuff, and we've been FaceTiming. But yeah, I am picking that up, so you won't be watching this. But yeah, I'm hearing vaccination. I might need a vaccination or something. That could be the company thing. So what we're looking at, the company being investigated for something. Company, like bad company. It came up for another reading, which was Very Bad Things, which was the TV program. The film, Very Bad Things, with Christian Slater and loads of other great film. If you haven't watched Very Bad Things, please look it up somewhere on YouTube or somewhere, because it'll be there. Very Bad Things, it's got Christian Slater in it. And it was about a prostitute. And it just came up in the Scorpio reading. And it was about a ring. So it's about prostitution. And they went to Vegas and they accidentally killed a prostitute. And they realised that they didn't want to give it over to the police or say anything, so they buried her. I'm not saying this is happening, but, well, who knows. But they buried her, they came back, they kept up the lie, and they worried that they had to go back because they'd put all the pieces of the body and the arms in different places where there was someone else that got put in the mix as well, and it was a non-sacred moment of people that had religion and that they have to be buried with their own places. I don't know. Anyway, they ended up going back, doing something, coming back, and then each one got knocked off on the way of friends that knew stuff. So the message now is taking me into of where people know and they're all being knocked off, like paid off. Like, we're going to pay you off. If you don't say it, we'll pay you off. Like, yeah. Because in that film, those people all got knocked off one by one. Okay, knocked on the doors, knocked on ginger. Someone that's got ginger hair or a ginger cat might get knocked on. But it's like, okay, we're going to knock on your door. Okay, and it's like being served papers, or we're going to knock on your door and investigate your company or investigate your business. So I really hope that nobody's been doing anything shady. Everything should be above board. I'm hoping that all the old big guys have been doing things above board. But yeah, well, they're saying that things are above board and lodgings. I don't know, someone's bored at home. That might be my sister, bless her heart. I told you to watch Netflix. But board and lodgings. Board and lodge. Something Lodge. Oh wow, that's the travel company. So Woodland Lodge. Woodland Lodge is a place where they have the company I used to work for was a place called Woodland Lodge, and it used to have disadvantaged children that we used to drive to there when their families were at work and they couldn't have their child back on time because they were working. We would drive the children to a Woodland Lodge. Okay, so I don't know if there's anything here of woodlands or lodge, or a woodlands lodge, or a lodge, board and lodgings, or something like that. Okay, I don't know if anyone's got a cold also, because that would be a dunes, because I've got dunes, I need dunes because I need the lodging. I need a lodger. Excuse me, I need a lodger. You do realise that I have problems with my nose, that's why I talk slightly funny. I've never been able to breathe properly. It's probably because I smoke. But yeah, that's the reason. Board and lodgings, like I need a lodger. Some of you need a lodger, or a Roger, the name Roger. So Roger, or Roger Rabbit, might be one of these people that's investigated by anything very strange, or one of these people that could be paid off. Because I'm hearing Roger, Roger, Dodger. Roger Dodger. Someone's dodging a bullet. Could be a Leo. This person could have Leo in their chart, because that's dodging a bullet, right? So I'm trying to dodge a bullet, and my name is Leo or Roger, or I am a Leo, and I'm trying to dodge something. That could be trying to dodge the tax company, or trying to just dodge, like duck and dive. It's like, you alright, brother, just ducking and diving. So you kind of got whack whack, quack quack, some sort of doctor's appointment maybe for a lot of you. So what else do we have, Sagittarius? So whatever it is, it seems like a false accusation. There is references of what came through in the Scorpio reading, which is someone calling someone over, and then I got very annoyed because this is a person that has big sex problems. Now it's either a sexual offender, and it is a bad problem, or it is a problem that someone has that is very sexually protective, but they call people in, and then when they get them there, they're, well, in Britain we call them a prick tease. So, or the name Dick or Richard, but like, you know, we called you in, okay, and then as soon as you're here, or I want a relationship and everything else, but there's no sex, and then this person gets wound up by that there isn't anything there, right? So it's a little bit like, I don't know, the energy now is showing me this warehouse that gets kicked in and there's nothing there. It's kind of like this tip-off that someone knows about this now, and they've got the info and they've cleared everything up, and then when you turn up or the police turn up, there's no evidence there in order for to do it because these people have been tipped off. So I'm picking up there's a tiptoe around the two lips of Tim, or tiptoe around something around, well, I'm just tiptoeing around it. So you got Seven of Swords energy. You've got, I'm just tiptoeing around to take all of this stuff out for you. This is someone that's been called and said, okay, this might be happening, and I'm just giving you a tip off. Your police are on the way, or someone could even be watching tarot. There you go. So you could get out of it. But like, so I've just got some like information, and I'm ringing you up in order to let you know that this could be happening. So if there is any evidence against it, make sure that you get rid of everything, because you could be investigated, right? So you could have people that are watching this that know people that ring people up, tell people that you might be investigated. Make sure that you cover it up, because they're saying that there's a big cover up operation here, things being covered up, things that are not kosher, okay, and everything is being covered up, and it's all going under the table. So there's a company that is slowly going under, and they're trying to do things under the table, which is illegally, I feel. Or the name Lee or Leanne. It could be people that are involved here. But like things that are going under, someone from Australia. But it says going under, going over, going under. I'm going under, but I'm going over your head also. So things are going, like, I'm picking up rainbow. So that would be Libra, Sagittarius, Pisces, Juggler, So someone juggling. I really feel like that someone is going over someone's head in order to prevent this from happening. Meaning, like, I'm asking you, it's a bit like the references of the old films that we call in the Wolf. What was his name in that film? We need Mr. Wolf. And you call him Mr. Wolf. You're right, Mr. Wolf, yeah, we need you to go in and do a clean-up. All right, yeah, I'll be there in a minute. Tarantino movie, right? Yeah, I'll be there in a minute. And he turns up, and then all these bodies and things that were in the film, he basically cleans it all up. And he puts John Travolta and what's his name in a set of shorts and whatnot. He says, "No, you look good." Just turn around and washes them full of cold water, slaps them full of a new suit and whatnot, cleans up all the stuff, puts it in the boot of the car, and then they got like bits of ear or just bits of brain. That's, you know that film, right? Pulp Fiction. Pulp Fiction. So let's begin with P. Again, it came up through the Scorpio reading. Something to do with P. Pee Wee Herman or P. Anything to do with Paula or Pucci or anything like that, but P. PPI also. So, yeah, that's like, hello. And you go, and you don't say anything. Has anyone ever had these annoying phone calls by PPI? Oh my God, it's a recorded, automated phone call. And they ring you loads of times, and you pick it up and they go, hello? And you don't say anything, and they go, yeah, we're just ringing you because you've had an accident, and it's recorded, and it's someone that waits for your response, and if you don't give them it, you'll notice that they actually think that you've just said, hello, yes, and they go, yes, hi, yes, and you're not actually talking to anyone. And I've never even had a claim, but they ring you anyway, accusing you of saying that you've had one. So you've kind of got this PPI or private investigator of someone that's, I don't know, spying, or they've got someone that's in on this company and they're watching, and it's like, right, we just need you to keep an eye on this so we know what's coming up so we can then warn everybody. Or you've kind of got this private investigator that has been... this is kind of like, okay, I've got an husband or an ex-wife, and I need you as a private investigator to go and like take photographs or take whatever of this person to see if they're, I don't know why, I forget what that was on. It was on a television program once, and it showed you all this happening where someone was being like, I'm getting you to go and find out if my husband or wife is cheating, and and I need you to go and take photographic evidence and then come back to me so I can then go and bust him while he's in this whorehouse. Oh, okay, sorry, I shouldn't have said that one. But in this like hooker house or something. Okay, you really could have references around Scorpio, because they had this kind of prostitution ring thing, and I don't know what that was for. But generally, I need you to come and tell me and show me photographs so then I can bust in on them whilst they're together here. So I really feel like a bust and a raid, and a drugs raid or a bust, or a company being bust and going bust and bankrupt, or claiming bankruptcy, or it could have to do with furlough still. Man, I mean, I'll pick up a major corporation of something that seems to be being investigated here big time. I really do, Sagittarius. Call in to mark and false claims. Sorry, so make a false claim. But I'm picking up the name Mark. Okay, Mark of the Devil, Capricorn. But calling people in to in order to like say no, right? That came up through the Sagittarius energy. Making false accusations and claims, calling people in falsely for twin flames, and then not being satisfied with the person that they get, that spirit put together. You've got this keep net for keepsakes type energy of like, I want to keep you and you're a keeper, but I want you all to myself. I don't want anyone else. I just want you, and I want you all to myself, and I want you not to be with them. I don't want you to be with them, Emily or Emma, or I don't want you to be with them. I want you to be with me. Meaning, I don't want you to be with them. I want you to be with me all of the time. This is coming across a bit of a like a, I don't want you to ever breathe. You could be dealing with a Scorpio energy of like, I'm not going to even give you a moment's notice to breathe or think about it. I'm just going to lay it straight on your toes and get you to make a decision, and I want you all to myself. All by myself. Could be dealing with a Virgo energy here. I'm all by myself. I'm all on my own. Again, like I said to everybody, if you play too much of a game, that is not the way you get someone's attention, is by needing and wanting. Okay, that's normally when I piss people off, because I don't give them attention. If I feel that someone wants my attention and needs it urgently, constantly, all the time, and I know they're playing a game, that's when I don't play it. That's when I normally just don't say anything, just stay very quiet, and just let these people carry on with doing whatever it is that they're doing. Because you get people, I mean some people even around me, they forget that I'm a tarot card reader as well. So, you know, so you kind of also know and sense out energies that are playing silly little games. So you kind of got that. I'm picking up Michael Douglas of The Game also. Games, like someone playing games. Flash Gordon. So I was a flasher. But like, I like to play for a while. Flash! He saved every one of us. Could be a Gemini saving you. So it could be me. Well, I have it in my chart. But like, he saved all of us. It's like a hero, or I'm holding up for a hero. But like, he saved all of us. Thank you so much. You saved us. You saved. Someone saved. Steve? Or you saved Steve. Or you're safe, Steve. Oh, okay, thank you, Spirit. You're safe, Steve. So you're safe. You're safe. Safety net. Someone has a safety net. Or a safe. It's in someone's safe. Somebody keeps going in someone's safe. Like a locked account that is safe. There's two instances here. Someone is safe. They're saved. Rescued and saved. Like a rescue company. Or a helicopter, and they rescue people. But I'm picking up like someone is rescued and someone is saved here. But there's someone that is inside a safe. Well, someone's safe. What is that? Are they safe or saved? Both. Thanks. That really didn't tell me a lot. Saved. Saved the day. Saved the day. Someone saves the day. Colin Day. Saves the day. Someone called Day. Or Night and Day. Saves the day. I don't know. I'm coming up against a victorious moment now. Vicky? Victoria Street? Someone saves the day. Ooh, you just saved our necks. Yeah? Could be around a Pisces. But like, you just saved our necks. You just saved our ex. You just saved my ex. Okay, there you go. I just saved someone ex. You just saved my ex from all of this, is what I'm hearing. You just saved my ex. Marks the spot, Capricorn. Someone just saved a Capricorn. You just saved my ex. No idea what that message is, but it's one there. You just saved my ex. Who knows? You have to wait and see what that's coming up, children. Because it could have saved children. So you just saved my children. Someone's just like going to run in and like dodge a bullet, like, oh, save them, no. And it's like, I just saved the children. So I don't know, save the children. You just saved my children. No idea, Sagittarius. That seems to be your messages, guys. What a strange lot. For some reason, I always find it very easy to channel for you guys. I think that, for me personally, I think that Sagittarius, for me, I've never really come up against 13:31 on the clock. That, I don't know. I always seem to be on a flow when it comes to channeling your messages, and I don't know why. It's probably because you're an open fire sign. Because it's mutable. And I don't know, I don't never seem to get confused around your energy when it comes to channeling. It just seems to be like this, like I always feel your like your fire energy, and you're like, just like, channel, like stuff. I don't know why. Save the channel. I just saved your channel. I just saved your channel. Someone's saving someone's channel. Channel tunnel? Channing Tatum? Tatum. Or Leighton. Clayton? The name Clayton? Or Blayton? But I just saved Clayton. Clay Hill? Ferry Hill? Clay Hill. That's a brilliant band, Clay Hill. Does anybody else like Clay Hill? Probably haven't even heard of it. Gavin Clark. Gavin. So someone here could be called Gavin, but Gavin Clark was in Clay Hill. He died quite a while back. Sorry, but he did. Great artist. Clay Hill. 24/7. And what was the other? I forget. Sorry, I'm blotting stuff out. Anyway, Sagittarius, that seems to be your channel messages for you guys. So what we do now is an added bonus for people that are on the full access bundle, but things are really going to change, I feel, hopefully for January. Something at the moment that I am trying, but it is going to be different to your bi-weekly readings, because I'm going to start answering questions of finances, career, if you're single, all those kind of things, and drawing some cards for different questions. But at the moment, getting used to these, I've made my own deck. So we've got 2 decks, okay, and what I pretty much do, some of these are protect yourself, save yourself, guard yourself, red flags. There's not very many, Doreen, these ones. It's just a few. And then a load of different questions here. We draw you a spread here, and then with these ones here, and then we clarify them where it gives me as many answers as possible in order to give you things that you've got coming up on your January. So this be a bonus for the people that are on the full access bundle. Okay, so once I've drawn a spread of 2 different decks, I'll clarify them and give you as many messages as I can. But I'm also going to be doing a 2021 full year reading also. Hopefully get that done in January at some point. And that'll only go over to tier 2, okay, for the full access bundle. And then loads of other different things that I do change up over there. But if you do want to see this particular one, this only goes to the full access bundle people. So if you want to join, or you have joined, please make sure that if you're on Patreon, that you, once you have joined, that you download the app. The app will ask you to sign in, and it does sometimes, I feel, ask you to do Google, Facebook, or make a password. So make sure that you remember it, because some people have been on the full access bundle, but they've not been able to access the actual readings. And I feel it might be to do with how you're signing in and out, or whether it's because you're following the link, and each time you need to sign in to Patreon to say that you're an actual member of Patreon, because it's a different website. So you have to join Patreon, and you have to save your account of what it is. So every time you go on it, it lets you know, okay, you are a Patreon member, and that this is your access code and your email that you've used and your password. Bang, there you go. Yeah, that's the one that I used in order to join. Okay, so remember that every time. So make sure that you keep those things aware for the people that may have not been able to see videos in the past, because over there you get to see loads. It's just full time. Okay, so everything is below, personal readings, all that kind of stuff, and the link to Patreon. Thanks very much, Sagittarius. Stay tuned also for everything else that's coming up for January. Okay guys, thanks very much. See you soon.